Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. In this video, I'm going to expose KJ Osborne, also known as the scariest movie ever. He is trying to rip off his very large audience right now. He has nearly 300,000 subscribers. He is telling them that on Christmas Day, he was in an accident and his clavicle was broken, and the accident has set him back $30,000. And he is trying to raise money on his PayPal account. And I know for certain that this story has been made up, fictionalized, to mock me and what happened to me on Christmas Eve. This is the second time in recent weeks that KJ Osborne is mocking something that really happened in my life. A few weeks ago, the website we were building, allfortruth.com, the social media platform for truth seekers, that website was hacked, destroyed. We had to completely start all over. And I'm glad it happened because it made us up our security features. And we still are under constant hack attacks, but they cannot destroy the website the way it's built right now. They can take us down momentarily, but they cannot destroy our website based on the security features we've paid for. Anyway, that happened. The website was hacked and destroyed, and then what did KJ Osborne do? He created this rumor that I hacked his Twitter and started sending out all these inappropriate comments laced with hateful words, the N-word, and all this stuff. None of that is true. I've never hacked anybody's thing. I can't even remember my own Twitter password half the time. KJ and the Shill crew, they all started spreading that rumor that I had hacked KJ's Twitter. And you know what? I just laid low. I just ignored all the trolling I was getting. I ignored the fact that people were watching these videos and letting me know about it. I just said, whatever. I mean, if he wants to go out and say I hacked his Twitter after All for Truth got hacked, people are going to see through this. So now anyway, I was threatened before Christmas Eve that something would happen to me on Christmas Eve, and lo and behold, a car went flying into my house, causing significant property damage, causing a major inconvenience. I'm trying to do a lot of things right now. I'm trying to write a book. Since Christmas Eve, pretty much what my life's been is calling insurance and contractors, and it's going to be back to that after I finish this video. But anyway, KJ Osborne now saying on Christmas he was in an accident. He was injured. He needs $30,000. Look at this, truth seeker. Have you ever seen a human x-ray that looks like this? He's saying his clavicle was broken. Let's just listen to him in his own words. This is KJ's video, him explaining that his clavicle was broken. And the only evidence he shows you are these very fake x-rays and very obviously fake. This is KJ mocking his audience, something he has done the entire time he's here, something that all of the shills do the entire time they've been here. As I've been saying for years, almost everyone on YouTube is a paid-for shill disinformation agent. They are here to deceive you. They are here to waste your time and energy. They are here to sell ads to you. They are here to scam you and get money from you, such as this. And the reason so many people distrust me is because there's so many scammers in this world. I assure you, I am not a scammer. I have been nothing but honest from day one. There might be things I'm wrong about. It's okay if you disagree with me, but just understand I've never been a liar. I've never tried to deceive anyone. All I've tried to do is bring the truth, organize us so that we can fight back in this world against the paid-for liars. And remember who the paid-for liars work for. They work for the gangs that are up at the top. Freemasonry, Zionism, Jesuits, people who have infiltrated our media, our government, our military. KJ Osborne, this person, the scariest movie ever, before he did this, his job was working for the mainstream media. And before that, he was in the military. And if you've never seen my earliest videos, one of the first videos I made was showing how when TV first launched, all the original people on TV, the news anchors, all had military training, all came from military academies. News, it is an information weapon. Military, weaponry. Anyway, KJ, no doubt, one of these people that works for the gang. And his job is to be a gatekeeper and to keep people who are looking for truth from the truth. Scare them. The scariest movie ever. Let's listen to KJ talk about his x-ray, and then I'm going to show you what a real broken clavicle looks like because I've been taking a man to the hospital who just recently broke his clavicle. He broke it on December 4th. Let's listen to KJ, then I'll show you what a real x-ray looks like of a broken clavicle.
Where is it? There it is. See that bone? It's completely broken. And my clavicle. See? So
he's saying, and I'm hoping that's coming through loud enough, the sound, he's saying, see, this is my x-ray, this is my broken clavicle. Anyone who's ever had an x-ray taken before is probably not fooled by this. A real x-ray looks like this. Here is a real x-ray of a broken clavicle. This man right here is my friend. He fell December 4th, snapped the clavicle. You want to know something about this world? This world is a weird place, Truth Seeker. Before this man fell and broke his clavicle, I fell that day off my roof. And he was the first person I talked to after I fell off my roof. Coincidentally, right after I fell off the roof, he sent me a text message to see how I was doing. He didn't know I'd fallen off my roof, and I said, well, honestly, brother, I've had better days. I just fell off the roof. I'm feeling pretty sore right now. And I was feeling grateful also that I hadn't broke any bones. Cold day, feeling extra sore after the fall. Jeff Young's trying to call me right now. Sorry, Jeff, I'm going to call you back, brother. But anyway, fell off the roof. This man said, here, I'll come over and help you out. A year earlier, this man also had a fall and broke his arm really bad, shattered his arm, and I had to take him to the hospital a bunch. He wanted to come help me out because a year earlier I had helped him out a lot. Well, anyway, the same day, later in the evening, he ended up having a bad fall and breaking his clavicle the same day I fell off my roof. So this year I ended up taking him back to the hospital again for these repairs. But this is what a real x-ray looks like. You see the meat around the bone. I mean, compare that with what KJ's given you. KJ is saying this is an x-ray of his body. And honestly, Truth Seeker, I wouldn't even be surprised if this is a skeleton of a different living organism. You know, this shoulder is pretty narrow, and the way this is structured up here, this doesn't quite look right. This almost looks like wings. Is this some sort of bird carcass? Is this a model of a bird carcass? Are you making a real mockery of your audience, KJ? I'm not even sure that this is a human skeleton right here, you guys. But what I do know is that's a drawing of a skeleton and not a real skeleton and not a real x-ray. Because this is what a real x-ray looks like. These are all pictures from my friend's broken clavicle from December 4th of this year. You know, real x-rays have writing on them. Numbers, you know, description of what's broken, clavicle complete, 2V right. He photoshopped this or cut off so you can't see his name. He has the most generic name in the world, this guy. It's hilarious. When he first met me, I was like, is this guy a government agent? Who has this name? But anyway, here's a real x-ray, a real broken clavicle. You know, my friend who broke his clavicle, he's not online trying to raise money right now. He's not saying that, oh, this is setting me back and my life's ruined, like KJ, who does this fake cry in this video. Realize a guy like KJ's never put his face on the screen. KJ has never put his face on the screen. I will link this video so you can watch the whole thing. He puts his pinky up on the camera to tell people it's really him. Why not flip the camera around and show him your face, KJ? Why your pinky? Is that a pinky swear? So check this out. After the All for Truth website was hacked, less than a month ago, KJ started this rumor that I hacked his Twitter. And part of the evidence he used, it's funny, you know, you guys have seen it before when I'm recording my videos. If somebody sends me a tweet while I'm on here, it'll pop up in this corner. It'll give me a notification that I got a tweet or a message on Twitter. And I don't do much on Twitter. But KJ Osborne that day, at ScariestMovieEver, he sent me multiple tweets, and finally I just clicked on it. Because KJ had sworn long ago that he was never going to talk to me before. So I thought, that's interesting that he's talking to me. So I just responded back like this. And I wrote, if you guys started mirroring all of my videos, you'll reward your viewers as you never have before. And the reason I said that to him is because I know he's a shill, and I wondered why he was trying to talk to me. Essentially what I'm saying is share my videos and give your audience the truth for the first time. So anyway, after I responded, this guy changed his account name to what you see right here. F, you know what. And in this video, he's making it seem like I'm an idiot. Obviously, this couldn't have been KJ Osborne because his name wasn't this. He's trying to make it seem like I responded to an account that has this name. But what you need to know is the name was changed to this after I'd already responded. And it's no doubt they did this on purpose to make me look bad. And it was KJ and Jeff C. and Nicholson 1968 and a bunch of these paid-for shill operatives that are on YouTube raising money, fleecing their audience. It was this group spreading the rumors everywhere that I had hacked KJ's Twitter. You know, this happened also right after I destroyed Jeff C. and a call for an uprising in a debate about the Pizzagate staged psychological operations. A call for an uprising had to retire the day after that. You know, this channel that just emerged in the last year that already had over 150,000 subs, I embarrassed him so bad with the truth, exposing what a shill he was, that he had to retire the next day. And I'm surprised Jeff C. didn't retire either because he looked just as bad. But that guy, you know, he has no integrity. And neither does KJ Osborne, the scariest movie ever. Jeff C., KJ, Nicholson 1968, all these frauds, all these deceivers, teaming up saying I hacked KJ's Twitter when in fact All for Truth was hacked. The website that's here for all of us, you know, trying to do something for everyone. And here's all these fake Christians, you know, trying to put me down, trying to sabotage it, and using the name of Jesus Christ to do it. So I want to show you something about this Nicholson 1968 character. Look at this message he leaves. Nicholson 1968. This is in response to this video. He leaves this message to KJ. Prayers for you, my brother. Trolls will say you faked the whole thing, ha ha. This guy just made a video saying that the car crashing into my house is a hoax, along with a lot of other shills on here. And that is no hoax. This happened to me on Christmas Eve, a major inconvenience in my life. But let's look at this guy. This guy's over here defending KJ. I mean, how dumb is this guy? How dumb is this guy? How dumb is anyone who is fooled by this? Nobody in their life has seen an x-ray that has ever looked like this because x-rays don't look this way. And KJ is trying to tell people this is an x-ray of his broken clavicle. And here's this guy who claims to be all about Jesus. A guy who raises money off his account and pays for his family overseas, as he just wrote the other day to me. Here's a guy that's making so much money he's away from his family, raising money in the United States off making fake truth videos. So for some of these people, some of these shills, this is obviously lucrative. And I know it's not coming from the people who follow on YouTube, because the people who follow on YouTube, as I've found out, are broke and poor like a lot of us. They don't have money to help out. That means these people are getting paid for to lie. So Nicholson 1968. Look at this guy. I wrote this comment back to him because I saw this. It just made me grin that he's over here defending KJ and then saying that I'm lying about something that really happened to me on Christmas Eve. This is what I wrote back to him. I know how it is with trolls such as Nicholson 1968 making just those types of accusations when something bad has actually happened to you. KJ, I've never seen an x-ray look as yours does. Must be different technology they're using down south. KJ says he's south of the border. I think he's in Mexico, supposedly, or in South America. I know a Christian man wouldn't lie, though. Ain't that right, Nick 1968? Feel better, KJ, with a little wink, because I'm not being sincere. Look at how this creeper responds. Hey, Zachy, funny finding you here. I thought KJ is a shill. What you watching his videos for? I'm surprised you can sit at the computer after that spanking I gave you, hack sack. That's what's funny. These shills think that they're doing anything, you know, against me. You guys can't touch me. Trying to call me out only makes you look bad. And you're going to be the next one retiring. And pretty soon you're not going to be making any money to send back to your family overseas, buddy. Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. Look at what else he writes down here. Yeah, different technology down here for us low-functioning Christians. Did you like the video I exposed you in? Man, you better be glad I'm low-functioning. I wonder how bad it would have been if I wasn't a stupid hillbilly. Look, buddy, you're just digging your own grave right now with your words. And for all of you sincere Christians who follow these people because they say they're Christians, this is what I've been speaking out to you about the whole time I've been here. Wolves in sheep's clothing always claim to be Christian because it's the easiest way to exploit the sheep within Christianity and all religions worldwide. Religion was made to exploit honest people, and that's what you have here on YouTube. a lot of paid for shills and liars exploiting honest people. And you know what? I'm not going to be mean anymore. I'm not going to knock the Christians. I'm not going to say rude things as I've done. I didn't do that when I first got here. I started doing it because I got attacked so much. But you know what? That was petty of me, I guess. So I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to try to be not rude. I'm just going to speak truth and get to the point. Christians, wake up. Because somebody says they're a Christian, that does not mean you should trust them. Nicholson, 1968, this guy's not a Christian. He'll claim on YouTube he's a Christian to make money off you, just like KJ, just like Russian vids, just like all these paid-for frauds who are egomaniacs and people who don't care about you, the truth. You know, Nicholson, 1968, he said he's here to make money to send to his family overseas. Think about it. Why isn't he with his family? YouTube shilling's paying that much, huh? So, you know, KJ, he's gone after me twice now, making up stories about his own life, mocking me. And this went on for days, him and his crew, making up how his Twitter was hacked. I mean, for days, his Twitter was hacked, and this person who hacked it was just sending out all these tweets. Why didn't he call Twitter and have it shut down, you know? Why didn't he request his password and change the password back to what he should have already known? A lot of things could have been done. Now, here's what I want to say about KJ. A lot of people don't understand why KJ and I have beef, because when I first showed up here, back when I had like 200, 300 subscribers, KJ found my channel and he had me on his radio program a number of times. The first time he had me on, he made an excuse for why he couldn't upload the video though. The interview never got put up. Which I now understand why. You know, his handlers probably told him I put out too much information that just couldn't be. Anyway, when I first showed up, when I hardly had any subscribers, KJ gave me a chance. And that was really nice because, I mean, look at his subscribers. He has nearly 300,000. And that's pretty much what it's been the whole time I've been here. His subscribers have been huge the entire time. I think he had the most subscribers out of all truth channels when I showed up. But anyway, he gave me an opportunity. He gave me a platform. I remember the day he did my show, I went from like 300, or the day he let me go on his show, the first time it got uploaded, the subscribers went from 300 to 500. He almost doubled my subscriber count going on his show. And honestly, I'm thinking, man, if he had 300,000, how come I didn't even get more? Because I'm sure a lot of those people, you know, appreciate that information. But anyway, the point is, I gave this guy the benefit of the doubt at the beginning, even though he said he was former military, in the mainstream media. I thought, well, if he's trying to help me out, maybe he's all right. But as time went on, he stopped communicating with me. I noticed on his Catching Up with KJ weekly radio show, he was talking about channels like mine, specifically about videos I had made without saying my name, discrediting me. And I thought, this is interesting. He's now attacking my work. He's not saying my name. So I just listened. Over time, this went on, and I never said anything about him because I just said, well, at least he gave me the chance to get the workout. But then one day he sent me this message right here, just out of nowhere. Hey man, several people have contacted me telling me that you are saying I am a shill. I do not need a response, blocking you now, and will not even read if you send. But dude, totally disappointed. I have always promoted you, which is not true when he wrote this. He'd been knocking me a lot. He did promote me in the beginning. I had always promoted you and talked good about you. And again, that's not true. At first, yes, but then all of a sudden, not at all. Then all of a sudden it was all about undermining me. Whatever, I guess. Enjoy the karma, and hopefully you will realize how to treat a friend someday. Have a life. And what was true is I had not said he was a shill to anybody. And notice, he said he heard this from other people. People contacting him. He didn't hear it from me. I had never said KJ was a shill. I wasn't really fighting with people at that time. I was making vague statements because people were saying, how come all these people are saying things about you, Zach? And what I would say back is, look, people, pay attention to the content being put out by most of these channels out here, these popular channels. They're not saying anything truth-related. They're trying to mislead you. They're trying to steer you astray. They're not putting their faces on the camera. I didn't talk about KJ. So, at best, KJ might have taken some remarks like that I made and thought they were about him or somebody else. But I had never said anything bad about KJ up to this point. The Scariest Movie Ever, that's the same person. So, you know, you can just see, I mean, what is this? He's never going to talk to me again because he heard through the grapevine I said he was a shill. It wasn't even true at the time. But now it's all coming clear. You know, his account's being used. Think about this. One of the biggest truth channels is being used to mock what's really going on in my life. Should be obvious why this is, people. I'm putting out information that is real detrimental to the powers that be, as I've been doing for 3 years straight. And it's catching on, and more people are waking up. So this Nicholson, he put out this video, Zachary K. Hubbard exposed, God will not be mocked. And then what did he do? He went through every single video I've ever made. He found the 3 things that I was ever wrong about and tried to make me look bad. Think about how bad that research is. He had to go through 2,000 videos to find 3 things I was wrong about. He even had to go back to the first video. Think about that. How many things have I been right about, people? Hundreds. Hundreds of things that I've talked about have come true very soon after I talked about them. Hundreds. Imagine if you made a video of all my correct predictions. It would be hours long. This guy goes and finds the 3 things I did wrong and says, that I'm exposed. These people are only exposing themselves. He writes down here, left Zach a message. If he publicly apologizes for his false claims against me for being a shill, I will take down the video. Special thank you for all the channels out there that have shared my work over the years. Well, here, these are all the people I'm trying to reach. The people who are sharing this man's work, the people who are supporting this guy, the people who are sending money to him. This man is a shill. This is a paid-for liar. This is an agent. This is a deceiver. This is someone that's participating in scams from KJ's to Richie from Boston's. Let's go back and listen to the recent scam Nicholson, who claims to be a man of God. Let's look at this recent scam Nicholson participated in with Richie from Boston, another paid-for shill. This was a live stream they did together. Listen to the beginning. Listen to Richie from Boston talking about, you hear them sound effects? Listen to this.
You hear them sound effects? You hear them sound effects? You hear them sound effects?
You hear them sound effects? Now watch what happens at the end of this live stream, how they raise this money off this planned stunt. Check this out. Listen carefully.
And it's about...
This is Nicholson 1968 talking, and then all of a sudden, Richie from Boston's computer is supposedly about to catch on fire. Listen.
Can we get unconscious? When you whoa.
Whoa. That's Nicholson 1968 laughing about this planned stunt, which was used to raise money off of because they tried to create the narrative that the government or someone hacked Richie from Boston's computer during the middle of this live stream. And if you watch this live stream, there's no information that's worth anything in here. And if you watch this live stream, let me just give you something knowledgeable. They're talking about Westworld transhumanism, making bionic people. That is something to be concerned about. But, we already know about this. You just listen to these guys talk. They're not giving you anything hard or informational or worth knowing. I'll tell you something. Westworld and gematria equals the same thing as Freemasonry. And you don't hear these shills exposing Freemasonry, Zionism, the Jesuits, who's responsible for this wrong path we're on. You don't hear these shills calling out those things and showing how to identify them. So anyway, there's no information on here. Nobody's going to hack their live stream, melt Richie from Boston's computer. Let's just listen to the rest of this. I want you guys to understand that Nicholson, this man who claims to be a Christian for God, how he's hanging around all these scams and trying to validate them. And then meanwhile, he's making money and sending it back to his family overseas. Let's listen to how this fraud show went.
That wasn't me, I promise.
I have no idea. It's my computer freaking out.
Wow.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Can you hear that? Can you hear them sound effects?
He's overloaded.
That's Nicholson saying he's overloaded. He's giving you the whole narrative of the scam.
Sounded like the Transformers.
I tell you what, man.
And this is ODD TV, and a lot of people have said they like this guy and they think he's honest. ODD TV, I'm going to give you a pass. This guy was commenting in my section that he didn't know anything about this. He was just there. He was invited on. And you know what? I don't know that ODD TV is not part of the show network, but I'm just going to say I'm giving this guy a pass because Richie from Boston, he honestly did email me before this and even invited me on this show. I told him I didn't want to go on it. So in that email, he invited ODD TV as well. I could have been on this thing, and I'm sure glad I wasn't, because then I might have been associated with this crap. But him and I were both invited. Nicholson and Richie from Boston were doing it. So I know for sure those two scammers are involved. ODD TV, though, did set up a GoFundMe for Richie from Boston. And maybe he's just naive. He is someone who pushes flat earth after all. and you know what? For you flat earthers, man, what I want you to realize is you could be right. And you guys are asking a lot of good questions, but recognize who is pushing the flat earth. It is the entire shill network on YouTube. And again, flat earth, it's not that important. It really isn't. In light of what's going on in this world, the wars, the tyranny, the spying, the building of the police state, the manufacturing of hate, these are the things I speak against because these are the things that need to be stopped in their tracks. You know, when we take this world back, we can use a plane and we can go fly out to the edge of the earth if that exists and document the firmament. And if the earth is flat, I'll be the first to eat crow. But I'm just telling you guys, the shill network pushes flat earth. This ODD TV, that's what his channel's all about. Just because somebody's doing flat earth, though, that doesn't mean there's a shill. I know a lot of honest people are caught up in the flat earth thing because it's pushed so heavily. But anyway, let's listen to the rest of this scam. It's just so pathetic. We got to hear it again.
Optimus
Stand
Prime.
in my computer, freaking out. Oh, dude, my computer's literally burning up right now. It's melting.
My computer's literally burning up. For all of you who think Richie from Boston's anything other than a paid-for shill, I want you to pay attention in the future whenever he uses the word literally. Anytime Richie from Boston says the word literally, it's always very obvious that he's lying in all of his videos. He's a guy that lies in almost every single video. He claims to be a Christian, but then whenever he brings up the Bible, all he says is the same thing. The Bible's about giants and better than any science fiction novel. Does that sound like a Christian to you guys? What he knows about the Bible is it's about giants and it's a science fiction novel? Let's not forget it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. Let's get rid of all these shills in 2017. Let's clean YouTube of all the paid-for liars, and let's get the real truth speakers out here. You know?
Oh my God.
Live.
Live.
Oh no.
Man.
Oh, I'm dead serious. I got to drop out, guys. I have to. My computer is literally on fire.
My computer is literally on fire. If you missed my video calling Richie from Boston out, Richie from Boston made a video saying I was a liar because I called him out for saying his computer's on fire. And he said, I never said that. He can't even remember what he lied about. This Richie from Boston. This guy's an embarrassment to humanity.
Oh my
I can't
God.
believe it.
Oh my God. All
We'll
right.
pick this up later. Sorry, guys. Richie from Boston, OGD, Nicholson, I am out. My computer's on fire.
Oh my God.
What?
Richie from Boston's computer's on fire. Nicholson 1968's helping him raise money for that. You know, scariest movie ever. He's putting up pictures of fake x-rays. Just completely unbelievable. And he's trying to raise $30,000 off it. I would be scared to see how much money he's raised off of this. There's so many comments down here, all these people pouring out sympathy for him. Do you guys understand that so many Christians in this world have nothing but contempt for all the people that they mock and take advantage of? And for all you Christians who hate me because of what I say, realize I'm not here to exploit you or lie to you. I'm here to make you think and help you see through all of the deceivers that are around you and who prey upon you, such as KJ, the scariest movie ever, such as Nicholson 1968, such as Richie from Boston, who's trying to say his computer literally caught on fire. And then they're all having a good laugh about it. Yeah, God will not be mocked, Nicholson 1968. And in this video, he calls me an atheist. I get so sick of Christians calling me an atheist. I've never been an atheist. I've always believed in God, a word I don't like to use, but I've always believed in God because there's always been evidence that God exists. The things that happen in my life, the things that come my way, I've always paid attention to the world around me, the signs, and some things you can only explain them through a greater power, you know? There's no other way to explain how they happened. So yes, God will not be mocked, and you will be exposed as the fraud man you are, exploiting people. And that's what something else I want to say to the Christians. You know, most of you, even though I don't necessarily respect your belief system, I realize most of you are good people, and you want to do right. You know, you want to serve God. But along the way, people have tricked you and made you think things that aren't true. And that's where I'm trying to help you out. So shame on you, KJ. Shame on you, Nicholson 1968. I mean, just look at this. Isn't this just unreal? This guy makes a video mocking me, saying my car crash is a hoax, but then he's here defending KJ. I love that this has 33 thumbs up too. Prayers for you, my brother. Trolls will say you faked the whole thing. Ha ha. Just like how they're laughing with Richie from Boston, as he's saying his computer's literally on fire. You know?
Yeah. You hear them sound effects?
See? This is what's going on. You guys want to know the truth? You want to follow a real truth speaker? You better be subscribed to my channel. And if any of you are subscribed to this channel, the thing now to do is unsubscribe. If you're subscribed to Richie from Boston, the thing to do is unsubscribe. Let's get rid of these paid-for frauds who are here to exploit you. Nicholson 1968, let's give this guy a truth bomb, and let's see his subscribers drop down to 0. You know? Why are people following these con men? Just because someone says they're Christian doesn't mean you should allow them into your circle of trust. You know? You guys should know that. Look at all the paid-for liars on TV. Joel Osteen, that guy's Satan himself. KJ, I want to hear a response from you, buddy. You know, you've been talking about me and hacking your Twitter. I want to know why you created this story, no doubt to mock what's going on with me on Christmas Eve. And of course, I've been trying to raise about $30,000 for a campaign to make something happen in this world. And people are trying to hate on that. You know? I'm not using any of this money for myself. I'm using it all for the website that's already been built and to get the word out and for the next projects. I have this vision of building a real community where those of us who want to be around sane people, those of us who want to make a difference, those of us who want to fight back and work together, a place where we can exist. You know? I have good intentions. I'm trying to use a group of over 30,000 people to make something happen. That's what we need to do in this world. Look at what KJ wants to do. Mock his audience and raise money off it. It's sick. These people are demented. They just want to scare you. Until next time, Truth Seeker.